tonight we are doing Game Corner Podcast episode 45. It's been 4 weeks since Casey and I talked last. This week we have a little bit of news, not a whole lot, but we got some stuff for you guys. We have PlayStation interested in bringing more games to PC of their first-party titles. We have the Nintendo eShop got an update as far as certain features that you can now do, which should have been available a long time ago. The schedule for the upcoming Tokyo Game Show, which is the next biggest gaming convention that's going to be streamed online. I have the full schedule for that for you guys, as well as a few other things, and a top list. Casey, we're going to talk about the top 50 most popular video game characters of all time.
Sounds like a good idea.
So, before we get into the news, let's just shoot the shit for a few minutes. So, Casey, you started a new job. So, what are you doing now?
I'm still working on trailers. Same field, just different company. I like it. I mean, I've been doing this for 12 years, so it's just something I enjoy doing.
It's you probably ended up having to take a pay cut, though, right? Having to start with a new company.
No, actually, I went up. I made a buck.
Really? That's pretty good.
Yeah. I was going to drop a few bucks at one shop. I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, I guess. I mean, right now, how much I'm making is just, it scares them to start me because, I'm not wanting to start at intro, a lower rate. But, luckily, a bigger I was about to start with this one was offering 16.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I need a job so I could still look while I'm making money. But then another company came in that I'd been trying to going into and offered me a buck more, so I was happy. So
that's pretty good. So
yeah.
You got to do something you enjoy doing still, and you're getting more money for it. So
yeah, but the only bad thing is, I mean, it's kind of bad. I'm working as a temp because this company likes to hire you through a temp service. I guess before hire you full time. It was a long. What's crazy, before I got hired at the other job, I applied for this before.
Right.
And they brought me through the whole shop, and I was like, oh man, it looks like I'm going to get this signed, sealed, delivered, and never got a call. And I've got with this one shop that I've been for almost 3 years. And what's funny, I had heads up to go where to this place was, or several shops on the same street, and I was like, okay. And I found it, and I put my application in, resume, and then I guess I went online, kind of like it did this time around as well.
Right.
Well, apparently that temp service was going to send me to that company that I already applied for, and I think they got pissed that they think I was undercutting them. It's not my fault. I figured that out first, and it happened again, but this time I actually got the job.
Not to mention, I don't think you do that on purpose anyways.
No, I'm just trying to find a job. I'm not trying to use your service to be lazy and undercut you.
Right.
But I actually really enjoy this new place. A lot of the problems that I've been complaining to other people at the shop and venting to my mom, venting to my girlfriend. All those problems are not at this place.
That's good.
So,
At least you're happy with it, right?
yeah, right now I'm pretty happy. Everyone's cool too. I'm like, no one's a dick right now. So,
So here, I just flashed on the screen a little teaser of what's to come with the top list. If you're looking for in the past 10 seconds ago, you just saw what number 50 was. So we're going to be getting into that a little bit later on. For right now, I did it again. Oh well. I'm still trying to get your camera on the screen, but fuck it.
oh, don't worry about it. Screw it.
So yeah, man. So we had it's been like 4 weeks since we last talked, and just a little hard, getting together. I guess either there was really no fucking news whatsoever, or really not much news that was worth going over, or there's just been no news at all, and that's kind of the case tonight. But I think we got enough to get us over. So
I got a couple things too that I'm kind of happy about, and I heard other things too. So,
well, before I want to start out with this one because I know it's something you probably don't care about, but for people like me who are happy, should be happy about this, even though it was 2.5 years too late. The Dragonball FighterZ community can finally rejoice that there is a rage quit penalty finally in their game. Of course, the game came out in January 2018, and the game is pretty good, but there's, Casey, have you ever played a game online and, you're playing against somebody and that person is losing or whatever, and like they just fucking disconnect and they rob you of a win?
I seen no, no, I don't do a lot of online gaming except like Fortnite and maybe like Mario Kart and stuff like that. But as I seen, like when Joe's playing his games, like especially when he's playing Madden, when he's playing someone and he's beating them, and then they'll disconnect. I'm like, there should be a bigger penalty than just the person losing to you. There should be a penalty, like you were saying. The one thing that came close, no, that kind of did that to me, I think it was Splatoon 2, when I think I had internet connection problems, and it thinks I was trying to drop out because I was losing. I'm like, and it warned me, and I think it did that a couple times. So I think that
the reason I asked is previously the only penalty they had in the game was your character's online, like your screen name or your gamer tag would turn red, which would indicate that you're a person who disconnects a lot, and that would cause people to not want to play with somebody like that. Well, they finally added, as of yesterday, a new rage quit policy, and I have the exact statement here. It says, and I quote, "Thank you to all Dragon Ball FighterZ players. We will now be imposing restrictions on players who deliberately disconnect during online matches. These players will be restricted from entering online lobbies for a net period time of 1 week." So if you rage quit, you're banned for a week. I got more.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No. We keep talking over each other's shit. Let me finish reading the statement here. During this restricted period, players will still be able to play the game in the offline lobby, which, if you got banned completely from the game, I think that'd be ridiculous, but
Mhm.
If you are unintentionally disconnecting several times, please check your internet connection settings. If a player is found to be repeatedly engaging in the abusive behavior, the restrictions mentioned above may become permanent bans for that player. We will continue to do what we can to ensure all players have an enjoyable experience with the game. I think that's fair. If you're going to take the fun out of it for someone else, you should get penalized.
Yeah, but I think a week that's a little too harsh. I think what really you should be banned for a day.
I was
If you ask.
thinking I was thinking that too, maybe 2 days. 2 days on your first ban, maybe a week on the second ban, and strike 3 you're just done permanently. Um, but as I said, this is 2.5 years too late. Um, hey, TSS, what's up, man? Yeah, man, 2.5 years late. I mean, this has finally got implemented, and the game came out January 2018, and there was no penalties. Because I used to play the game a lot. I don't play it as much anymore.
Yeah.
Rage quitters were a factor into that. I can't tell you how many times I got robbed out of my wins and rank points. TSS is saying hi to you, Casey.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm finally glad they're doing something about it. I think the first penalty is a little harsh, but I think overall, if you get permabanned, you deserve it.
I still think you should just get penalized. Like, I think if you hack the game or you're deliberately cheating, that's different. Kind of like how Fortnite on other games like PUBG, and if you're you have mods or you're hacking the games, I think you should be banned. But I think I was trying to just cut out because you were losing. I think that should be a day ban every time you should do it.
I think, like I said, 1 day for your first ban. If it doesn't happen for a little while after that, maybe you get a 1 day ban again the next time you do it. But if you do it repeatedly, it should gradually increase in punishment. 1 day to like 3 days or a week, and then permanent. Because if you're going to keep doing it, you're just an asshole. You don't deserve to be playing in the first place.
You know what? I agree with that. I think that's a good way to go.
It's one of the reasons I stopped playing Tekken 7 online too, because they didn't have a rage quit penalty on their game either. And with these games, especially Dragon Ball, there's if you're a trophy hunter, like I kind of am a little bit, there are trophies related to winning games and getting rank points to reach the next rank in order to get the platinum trophy. And when you have rage quitters that are screwing you over, you're not getting your rank points for that match, for winning. And it may count as a win toward your record, but you're not getting the rank points for it. You're not getting any closer to ranking up, so it feels like a waste of time for that match. And that's one of the reasons I stopped playing Tekken 7 online. I haven't played that game in quite a while, actually. I think it was since January of last year. That game also run by Bandai Namco, at least for the online servers, I believe. And that game had no penalties either. So after a while, I'm like, you know what? I'm not having fun with this anymore. I'm getting robbed out of my wins. I'm not increasing my rank because it's not counting. And I've had enough of it.
Yeah, enough. I just realized I accidentally didn't download my free games on PlayStation this month. Hopefully they're still there.
Oh, you mean for August or September?
For August.
Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Oh, what was they anyways?
August, I don't remember what they were. But since you want to bring that up, September's PlayStation Plus free games, you can get Street Fighter V, the base release from 2016, That does not come with any of the season passes for the extra characters. It doesn't come with any of the exclusive costumes or stages, stuff like that. However, you will have access to the free A Shadow Falls story mode. I don't think you have access. I don't think you get access to the arcade mode either with the arcade edition.
Yeah.
Even though that was also a free update, I believe. But yeah, so you can get Street Fighter V, the base game, which comes with the original 16 characters when the game launched, the survival mode, the versus mode, online play, the pseudo story mode, and of course the later free update, A Shadow Falls, which was the actual game's story mode. The other game you get with PlayStation Plus this month is PUBG.
You know what? TSS says it was Fall Guys and Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, dude.
And I just didn't get a chance.
Fall Guys fucking took over the internet, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wonder
everybody was playing that game, except me, because I just didn't care.
I wonder if we can still get that.
I mean, you could buy it. It's not free anymore because once the new games come out for the PlayStation Plus, the old ones are taken off the free lineup.
Yeah. Damn it.
So.
$20. Screw that.
Going on to the Xbox side of things, to wrap up these free games. Xbox, of course, you get 4 games instead of 2. I say this a lot. I wish PlayStation would compromise and at least meet in the middle and give us 3 free games a month when they used to give us 6. Maybe when the PS5 comes out, they'll do that. Not right away, but maybe like a year into the console, they'll give us 2 PS4 games and a PS5 game on PS Plus. But you can get Tom Clancy's The Division, the first game, from September 1st to the 30th. The Unwritten Tales 2 from September 16th to October 15th. Xbox 360 backwards compatible game The Blob 2, available from today until September 15th. And Armed and Dangerous, an original Xbox backwards compatible game, available from the 16th to the 30th of this month. Those are your 4 Xbox games with gold games. The only game that stands out to me is The Division. I never heard of the Unwritten Tales 2 or Armed and Dangerous. I didn't play much original Xbox back in the day. The Blob, I just don't care.
It looks interesting. I do want to give The Blob a try.
Well, if you have Xbox Live, you can download it today.
Well, God, I was trying to think of something. I just totally forgot. Fuck.
Yeah, TSS is right. I totally forgot about that, man. Fall Guys took over the fucking internet. How could I forget that?
I thought it was a brand new... Was it a brand new game?
Yes.
Or what?
Yes, it was. It was put out on PS Plus for free as a promotion for the game, I guess. It was a new indie game, I believe, and it just blew up. Everybody
I
was
saw
playing.
it everywhere. Screw it.
So you said you had a couple things you wanted to talk about, Casey, before I continue with the news? I only got 3 more things to talk about anyway, so...
Well, one of my prayers was answered, and Pikmin 3 Deluxe is coming to the Switch. That was announced, last month or so?
Officially announced, yes. Unofficially announced a few months ago. Let's see, did that game even come out?
Was it leaked?
Yeah, it was kind of a leak, kind of like a... I wouldn't say it was exactly leaked, but it was, hinted at. And it was rumored, and it was one of those rumors that just turned out to be true.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the last few Wii U games that had not been ported over yet, and
I'm just surprised Super Mario 3D World never got ported over to the Switch.
Well, supposedly it's coming in that 35th anniversary collection.
Which we still don't have real confirmation about, at least from what I've
Uh,
seen.
yeah, I agree. And like everyone says, they swear it's coming. I mean, they really need to. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing some of those games on the Switch. I mean,
Um,
playing 64.
Casey, you
Sounds.
mentioned Pikmin 3 Deluxe Edition comes to
Mhm.
the Switch October 30th, so next month. The day before Halloween. It will be a $60 game.
2 more months, damn it.
Technically, yes, because this month just started.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I've been, well, not the last week or so, I've been playing Pikmin 2. And I've just been too tired to sit up and play the game. And, like, I've been sleeping a lot because how exhausted I've been.
So how late do you work if you've been that tired? Do you get
Oh,
off at like 5 or do you work later than that now?
no, I get off at 4. It's just the physical work I do. It drains. I mean, I literally drink 2 bottles of water when I'm on lunch. I have a bottle of Gatorade in the morning, and I have a huge jug of Gatorade water mix, and I usually go through all that in a day.
I'm sure that heat don't help you much either.
Oh, well, good thing with this place is actually they actually have an awning instead of me being directly under the sun or in the rain all the time. I'm actually out of the elements a little bit, so that's even another big plus.
uh,
But it's just exhausting.
it probably doesn't help that you also haven't worked for like a month, so you got to kind of get back into it again.
Well, I'm always tired. You can ask my girlfriend, and if my wife was here, she would say the same thing. And I'm just always tired, so
Uh,
that's why my eyes are always squinty.
TSS says if we don't get the 3D Mario Collection announcement this month, uh, he believes they will push it back until January 2021.
I agree, and a lot of it, I think, it's because it's got to be due to the coronavirus still.
Yeah. Um,
But But how hard is it to port a game that you have the ROMs for just to change around the button layout and put it on the damn Switch? How hard could it be?
I
I
want to
mean, I don't
say, I just want to say thank you real quick to Guz617 for the follow.
it's not me, Guzzy. You know who's that from?
No.
I think JB or Ken has a sound clip of Bullfrog. He's like, it's not me, Guzzy.
And look at that, I actually got it to show up on the screen. so, yeah.
one other
Go ahead.
one other thing. The same day they announced, this is old news, but when they announced Pikmin 3, they also took it off the Wii U eShop as well. The same day.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense because one, they're probably getting ready to shut down the Wii U eShop at some point, and if they're gonna, they'd probably rather people buy it on the Switch because the Switch is obviously like just that much more successful over the Wii U.
Oh yeah, but it's just crazy. That's why I went to get Dr. Luigi on the eShop because I hadn't heard anything. That was only a Wii U eShop exclusive. I'm like, you hadn't seen it on the Switch yet, so it's like at least I'll have it on digitally for the Wii U.
You know, I'm kind of surprised they didn't re-release the NES remix packs. You know, what
Oh
they did 1 and
God,
2. I'm surprised they
yes,
didn't at least put that on the Nintendo Switch
that.
eShop yet.
Oh, I agree. That was game was freaking awesome. I love that game. God, that's a great point. I always forget about that game too.
I never played it myself, but I watched a couple Let's Plays of it. I watched somebody
Oh,
100% it and unlocked the Super Luigi Bros. Uh, version of the original Mario Brothers game.
mm,
Super Mario Brothers, that is.
but it goes backwards.
Yeah.
Actually, if you buy the physical one, it comes on there automatically
So,
because
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have it physical and it's on there automatically. But I think that's a great idea. I wish that would come over the Switch as well.
I'm just waiting for Mario Kart 9, man. I think it's been long enough.
Oh, I agree. I mean, when did it come out? 2014, 2015?
I want to say 2015, maybe early 2016.
No, that's too late. I'm gonna say it's gotta be 2014, quite frankly. So
Well,
it had been.
let's find
It's,
out. Mario Kart 8 Wii U. Let's see. Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 Wii U. Shit. Here it is.
at,
Here we go. I got it right here. Yeah, you were right.
I figure it's gotta be like at least 2014, maybe 2015 at the latest, because
We got it on May 30th, 2014. And it came
so
to the Switch just under 3 years later. So
I mean that's
the
not.
game's over 6 years old. Time for a
Yeah,
new one.
I agree. I mean, I think a lot of these deluxes is just a band aid when we need the next version of the game come out. I mean, I love that they're out. I mean, like I said again, I'm happy that Pikmin 3 come out because I that's the first Pikmin I ever played was 3, and that got me to fall in love with the series.
So, back in the news here, Ubisoft, they did one of those, what they called Ubisoft Forward presentation, back in July. They scheduled another one for September 10th, which is next week. This one will focus on Watch Dogs Legion and another game called Immortal Phoenix Rising. It says this time there will be a pre-show and a post-presentation segment. The pre-show will begin at 11 a.m. Pacific time, so that's 2 p.m. Eastern time. That would be 8 p.m. British time, I believe, or something like that. That's where you can see they're going to show off a Brawlhalla match, and not interested in that. Here updates about existing games from developers. Then after that, the actual show is over. There will be 2 more extensive looks at upcoming Ubisoft games. So the full list of potential games they're going to discuss and talk about will be The Division 2,
Mm.
an update from the dev team during the pre-show. Another For Honor update from the dev team during the pre-show. I'm kind of surprised that game is still getting, For Honor. I'm kind of surprised that game is still getting some support because it wasn't all that big of a game, and not that many people played it that I can remember. Ghost Recon Breakpoint update from the dev team during the pre-show. Other games that can be shown off include Hyperscape, Immortals Phoenix Rising, which is confirmed. Rainbow Six Siege, I can see that. Roller Champions update from the dev team during pre-show. Watch Dogs Legion, that's confirmed. The list of rewards that you can earn this time around on Uplay is if you watch 10 minutes, you get 3 experience points boost tickets for Honor. If you watch for 20 minutes, you get a perfect baton for Hyperscape. If you watch for a half an hour, you get a year 5 events charm for Rainbow Six Siege. If you watch for at least 40 minutes, you get an Ubisoft forward mask unlockable for Watch Dogs Legion.
I'm just curious, how did Watch Dogs 2 do? I only played the first one. It was fun for a little while.
I think people said they liked it better.
Oh,
I
really?
The first one was a bit of a mess because of what Ubisoft did when they fucking locked the PC version at 30 frames per second to keep up with the console version, and then they blamed consoles for being weaker than PCs, and people just weren't putting up with that shit, so they freaking found a way around it, and they unlocked the 60 FPS mode.
Well, I mean, they did. People did say when shortly after the PS4 and Xbox One came out, it was already outdated.
Well,
you know,
because nothing they put out is ever going to be as powerful as a gaming PC.
Yeah.
Even the new consoles they're putting out are still going to be behind.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can. It's just going to be a cheaper version of it.
Which brings me to my next point. Seeing as how PCs are always much more powerful than consoles, PlayStation, Sony Interactive Entertainment, is interested in bringing over more first-party games to the PC. It says, during the company's corporate report 2020, they provided additional details on its strategic direction. They said, moving forward, Sony aims to achieve revenue growth through various means with the PlayStation platform. This includes increasing active users and playtime and enhancing network services. Another focus is to reinforce content IP so that consumers go to PlayStation as their platform of choice. However, the goal is to bring more people to PlayStation platforms. Sony acknowledges that competition from online PC games and players of other industries is expected to continue to intensify. With that being said, Sony acknowledges that PC players will stick to the PC platform, but the goal here is to basically bring PlayStation to them. In a quote, it says, "We will explore expanding our first-party titles to the PC platform in order to promote further growth in our profitability. The PC port of Horizon Zero Dawn that released earlier this month was another part of Sony's goal of introducing more games to PlayStation. While it wasn't exactly a first-party title, Death Stranding was another PlayStation exclusive that released on PC in June." So, what do you think of that? Do you think, honestly, if they're going to bring more first-party, PlayStation exclusives to PC, that's just going to keep people away from buying the console? In my opinion, I think it's going to work backwards.
No, I think it's just a way just to make the money,
Well, I mean, sure, it'll make the money, but it sounds like their goal is to bring, PC gamers to the PlayStation platform. But if they're going to put their biggest titles on PC, the PC players don't have to go to the PlayStation platform. They don't need a PS5 to play these new games if they're going to do that. I think it'll make them more money, sure, but it's not going to sell more consoles, in my opinion.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a problem, quite frankly. You might lose a little people, some people here and there, but there's still going to be that people who's got to have their PlayStations, got to have their Xboxes, like how I got to have my Nintendo systems.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a console gamer through and through, so I do a little bit of PC gaming. You know, I don't knock it, but to me, a game is just not the same if you're not using a controller in front of your nice fucking 4K beautiful TV.
Or your box TV.
Oh yeah, if you live in the Stone Age.
Well, I've shown you my box TV, so I mean, you still gotta get an old school TV if you want to play those games properly.
Yeah, that's true. So what was that noise you were making before? TSS says you were folding foil or something.
I was just moving around. I figured I was on camera. I was like sitting on this one chair. My body was hurting. I was hunching over. I was getting tired, so I decided to switch to a more comfortable chair. And that's where I am now. I'm more comfortable now.
So, Casey, you said you could do a sneak peek of your next pickups video. Since I can't show you on video,
I can actually show you and tell what it is.
no, you could. I mean, I don't want you to reveal the full contents of your next video.
It doesn't matter. Like, oh, I'm getting old. Give me a second.
Hey, you're only, what, 7 years older than me? You can't say that. You're 37, aren't you?
38.
38, I was close. Well, hey, I'll be 31 this month, so.
Well, I've been collecting some of these game artwork. This one's made out of wood.
Legend of
Someone,
Zelda.
yeah.
Does it say which game it's from or no?
I think it actually said Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I recognize it from. Lately I've been, since I have my Philips CDI, I've been picking up CDI stuff. Like I got this Sticky Bear preschool. It's a education game, I guess.
He's into edutainment, guys.
Yep. And Treasure of the was it? Yeah, Smithsonian. I need those.
Is that like a museum tour, like on a disc?
I assume it's gotta be not a game. It's probably exactly like you said. So I mean, I've been like CDI stuff. It's like some of them are cheap, and I've been just picking up the cheap games. And I actually have a ton of those coming in from eBay. And then when I got out of work, I've been eyeing these things for a while. You know what these are?
Three count bout. I've heard of what that is. I'm not exactly sure though.
This is the marquee on top of a arcade machine from a Neo Geo.
Oh wow.
That's one. And I got another one. I think this is even cooler.
That one is World Heroes. I liked World Heroes. That's a fun game.
I was like, I've been eyeing these for months, and I just got out of work, and I was like, you know what? I have some money, and I've been eyeing it for a while.
I'm currently eyeing your toilet at the moment.
At least it was clean. I have a bad habit leaving that. Oh, I was also taking the chargers off because I had to use the extension cord from the bathroom.
Hey, what's up, ADTR? Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the follow as well. Hold on, let me play you that. Let me get that to play for you. There we go. ADTR 210, thanks for the follow, my brother. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh.
So we got one more piece of news I want to go over. So Gamescom was the last gaming showcase that was last week in Germany. Tokyo Game Show is the next scheduled event, of course, in Japan. You know, that should be obvious, given the name of the show.
No, it's in America.
The online stream, I have the schedule. It begins September 24th. 2100 hours. I think that's Japan time.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure these are all going by Japan time. Let me see. This says you can check the official Tokyo Game Show online live stream schedule right below. All times listed here are in Japan Standard Time. Okay. Subtract 8 hours for British Standard Time. Subtract 13 hours for Eastern Time. And 16 hours for Pacific Time. Jesus Christ. So, at 10 p.m. Japan Time, which would be 9 a.m. Eastern Time, September 24th, the event will begin with an Xbox showcase. An hour later, they'll have Square Enix at... I'm sorry, did I say... Oh, I'm sorry, that's 9 p.m. Japan time. 8 a.m. Eastern Time is Xbox. 9 a.m. Eastern Time is Square Enix. 10 a.m. Eastern Time is Lightning Games. Hardcore Mecha Hook and Anno Mutationum. Wow. Day 2 will be September 25th. Japan time at 12 p.m. Japan time, which would be... That would be 11 p.m. on the 24th Eastern Time. Camera game, indie games from China. At midnight Eastern Time on the 25th, you get Huawei Technologies Japan. Probably butchering the pronunciation of these things. At 1 a.m. Eastern Time on the 25th, you get Renaissance High School Group Esports Course. 2 a.m. Eastern Time on the 25th, GeForce Now, Japanese Celebration. There's going to be a performance of some live gameplay with Cloud Platform. 3 a.m. Eastern Time, Lilith Games, AFK Arena, and Rise of Kingdoms. Sounds like mobile trash. 4 a.m. Eastern Time, BenQ Japan. 5 a.m. Eastern Time, DMM Games. New title announcement, never heard of them. I believe... Did I just say 5 p.m. Eastern Time? I don't even remember. 3, so that's 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. Okay. 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the 25th. Sega and Atlas TV. They're going to be showing upcoming titles for this fall. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Gung Ho Online Entertainment. They bored me to tears the last time they had a presentation.
Sega and Atlas didn't do well last time as well.
No, all they did was play Catherine. That pissed me off for 30 minutes. Let's not bring that up ever again. 6, 7. Okay, 8. Capcom's special program is after that. They're going to show off more from Resident Evil Village. That's already confirmed. Mouse TV follows that. Mouse.tv. eFun, Illusion, Connect, Stella Chronicle, and 2 more games. And to wrap up the 25th, we're going to see Fujitsu Connected Technologies presented by Arrows Yasai. Holy shit, this is a 4-day event. Alright. The next day, the 26th, we get We're going to start with D3 Publisher for Earth Defense Force, World Brothers. We're going to get Happynet Game Showcase, never heard of them. Spike Chunsoft. We're going to get Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire. Level 5 Special Meeting, Megaton, Musashi, Yokai, Goken, Y, and Ni no Kuni. So apparently there's going to be another Ni no Kuni game. We're going to get Gree Animation Game Show. Psy Games, we're going to get a Shadowverse update. I'm actually looking forward to that. I have played like over 300 hours of Shadowverse. If you don't know what Shadowverse is, if you know what Hearthstone is, it's basically more of like an anime kind of version of it with the same rules for the most part. After Psy Games, we're going to get a Konami info show. I'm sure they're going to have a new way to piss us off. Koei Tecmo Games will be after that with Atelier Ryza 2 and an unannounced new game. Interested in that one. I actually just picked up a Koei Tecmo game, the Fairy Tail game for the PS4 and Switch, based on the manga and the anime of the same name. Then we're going to get IO Data Device, and Tencent Games is going to round out the 26th, day 3. I don't give a shit about Tencent. They seem to be very sketchy from what I've heard. And the final day, September 27th, we're going to get Line Kong, Ease 8 mobile game, Japan Electronics College, Aqua. It's going to be like a history of esports. No thanks. Then we're going to get AK Racing. Then we're going to get Koei Tecmo again. Oh shit, they're going to reveal the next 2 Dynasty Warriors games. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Gotta remember that. Konami's going to come on back to piss us off some more. They're going to show off Momotaro Dentetsu Showa Hisai. I can't read this, it's Japanese, fuck it. Bandai Namco with Sword Art Online and Scarlet Nexus. I'm quite interested in that. We're going to get K-Lab Games with Bleach Brave Souls. I believe that's a mobile game. We're going to get MiHoYo Genshin Impact. And then we're going to get PUBG. We're going to get a PUBG Japan Esports Conference. There's probably going to be some kind of esports match. That's going to end Tokyo Game Show. It's a 4-day event. I'm going to put this entire schedule in the video description of the YouTube upload because boy was that a fucking mouthful. Whew, boy.
I feel like some of these mobile games, to me, they don't deserve to be announced.
I mean, I do play a couple mobile games. I don't knock them entirely. But some of the ones out there, they're just blatant cash grabs. They are made to not be beaten unless you spend money on them. And I hate those kinds of games.
See, I'm just saying it's just, to me, it should be about all these games that are either coming out for consoles or PC.
Well, I mean, you can't like shove away the mobile market because it is there. As strange as that may sound, there is money to be made in the mobile market. Some people do spend money on it. You know, I'm guilty as charged. I have spent a little bit of money on mobile games, not a whole lot, not like the crazy obsessed people you hear about once in a while on the internet who go on there and blow $10,000. On the App Store. I don't do that.
And they're like, I'm poor, I'm broke, I can't pay my bills, but I can pay $10,000 on a mobile game.
But I'm gonna put. Oh shit! Can I do this? There we go. So I put the link in the Twitch chat for those of you that are here watching. If you want to check out the schedule for yourself, there's the link. So, got anything else, Casey? Otherwise, we're done with the news.
Nintendo had a
Actually, I'm not done with the news. You just reminded me about something, but go ahead.
about the Nindy Worlds, Nindy showcase, and it was actually pretty decent. Wow.
If you've seen it, tell me about it because I tend to skip those.
I agree. I usually tend to skip it, but actually, it's more. There was a bunch of games. I can't tell right off the head, but I knew. I watched it, and I know the showcase was way better than the Direct Mini.
The Direct Mini, I mean, the only thing I really cared about was Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, which when that comes out, I guess you're going to have to make a little updated version of your history of
Oh, that was
Tetris.
one. Well, that was one of the indies, though. Was put Tetris to put Puyo Puyo Tetris or Tetris Puyo Puyo 2.
Because it was also shown on the last Direct Mini, which was last week. It's coming out December 8th. I believe you do have the first one, right, Casey? I think I've seen it.
Yeah, I got the first one. I enjoyed it, but there's no point playing that right now when you got Tetris 99, unless you like playing Puyo Puyo and Tetris at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably put it on my Christmas list. Just as an extra game because why not? But I guess when that one comes out, you're gonna have to do a little updated version of your history of Tetris games from Casey is Raw.
Actually, I think I stumbled on one of those I missed, but I probably will do an update. I got a bunch of, like I was said, I got a bunch of CDI games coming in, and they give them a try. Same thing. I figure, well, with the time I was laid off, I was
extra
more.
time to do the videos.
Well, not only that, I also was busy trying to find a job, so I didn't had time to do videos, but never sat down and played some of the 3DO games. So
So,
that's enough.
are you gonna do another? Are you gonna do another episode of the history of whatever games by Casey is Raw? You haven't done one of those in a couple of weeks.
I really don't. Oh, true. I mean, like been, I've been busy and exhausted, and right now, kind of the bigger ones I already did that I can think of. I'm sure I can think of a couple ideas, but uh, um, if I'm bored, I will do one. But
So you reminded me of one last piece of news. It is. Oh wait, what the fuck? It is Nintendo news. Are we still live? I hope so. My computer just spazzed.
I think we are. Yeah, it says we're live.
Okay, good. So the last piece of news is we have an updated. We have an update to the Nintendo eShop, and it's something that maybe should have been. We got two new features to the eShop that should have been there a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
We can now, if you pre-order a game on the eShop, you can now cancel that pre-order where previously you could not. So if you pre-ordered a game, you were stuck with it. If you decided you didn't want it anymore. Or say you pre-ordered a game and you committed to paying for it and maybe something happened and then you couldn't pay for it anymore. You were stuck with it. Now they made that change. You can now cancel any pre-order you make on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Also, the games that are on sale, they now tell you in the eShop when the sale for a certain game ends. Again, something that should have been there a long time ago.
The preset, the pre-order should have been, but I think the bigger issue is some games, if you look at it and you try to play and you buy it and you only play it for a couple hours and or not even that long and you realize it's just garbage, you should be able to get your money back.
Yeah, that's one thing they didn't. I don't think they give you your money back. Even PlayStation doesn't give you your money back if you played the game.
Actually, I think maybe they do. It's just I think you have to complain a lot, and then uh, I think they flag you just in case this guy's known to return a download.
Were you around when Were you around a couple years ago when JB was doing his show, and his kid went and purchased Marvel? What was it? Marvel versus Capcom Infinite, and JB flipped the fuck out because it was the $100 version, and he didn't want it, and he wanted his money back, and PlayStation told him to fuck off. I don't know if you were around for that, but I remember he went fucking ape shit.
You said his kid did that, or he did that?
I believe he said his kid did it. One of his kids bought it on there, and he couldn't return it. He called PlayStation, said he didn't want it, and his kid made the purchase or whatever, and they stuck his ass with it, from what I remember. And I remember he went fucking nuts that day. He was pissed.
Oh yeah, I'd be pissed too. I mean, that's the thing. If you have kids, you don't put your credit card information in there. And I mean that, or at least don't save it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like some places, when you shop online, they don't save your information, so things like that can't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember trying to talk JB into at least giving the game a try, because I remember, saying that the game was going to be decent at least. Yeah. Or was I wrong? Because when I played that game, I fucking hated it. The story mode was alright, but the online play was so garbage.
I heard it was bad.
It was bad. So many people went back to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 so fast it wasn't even funny.
Was it like broken?
Or no, it wasn't broken. It was just, the characters were not totally balanced. Character models looked like shit. Then you had the Infinity Stones from the Avengers Infinity War and Endgame movies. Well, at the time it was only Infinity War. Endgame wasn't out at the time. But the 6 Infinity Stones were in the game, and they each had a different power, which can give you an edge in the battle. The Collector's Edition, I remember people hated it because they were supposed to come with replica stones, and all they came with, I believe, were like plastic painted eggs, and people were not happy about that.
I mean, I kind of want to get one of those gauntlets, like either like the Iron Man gauntlet. I'm talking about like those really big ones, the ones like has the mechanical fingers.
Oh, I've seen one of those.
I have like a one that looks like a kitchen glove or a rubber glove, but I mean, I've seen one of those for a decent price, but I'm like, where the hell am I gonna put it? I really don't have much room in my bedroom, or if I didn't have so much shit in the collection room, I would probably put it in there, but.
I'm just looking up something real quick, maybe something else to go over.
Well, like you said, there's not a lot of video game news, and a lot of it's because the coronavirus has been causing a lot of these issues, and both PlayStation and Xbox are playing chicken with the release date and their pricing.
Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to look something else up to go over on the show real quick. Oh, fuck you. I don't want to turn off ad blocker. Who knows what the hell's waiting for me if I do that. I wanted to look up the release dates of games that are coming for September 2020 so people know exactly what's coming out. Crusader Kings 3 is available now on PC. Did I ask for a video to pop on my screen? I did not. Go fuck yourself. Oh my god, I can't get rid of this. Are you serious? It's blocking literally a quarter of the whole screen. Oh, now I can close it out. The fuck off my screen. So yeah, Crusader Kings 3 is available now on PC. Spellbreak will be available September 3rd. That's this Thursday. PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and PC. Marvel Avengers. I'm actually really wanting to play that game.
Yes.
Sadly cannot afford the money. I cannot afford it right now. I'm gonna try to get it from GameFly, but that's probably a lost cause. PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Google Stadia, as if anyone uses that thing anymore.
Yeah,
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I have the collector's edition. I'm supposed to get it this Friday. The collector's edition is $100. Comes with a skateboard. PC, PS4, Xbox One. When I do get it, I will be doing an unboxing video on my channel. So look forward to that. Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning, September 8th, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Crisis Remastered, September 18th, PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I know a lot of people actually liked the Crisis games back in the day, so probably looking forward to that. Serious Sam 4, September 24th, PC and Stadia. Mafia Definitive Edition, this was shown off at Gamescom. Available September 25th. Mafia Definitive Edition is a complete remake of the original Mafia game. Remade completely from the ground up. So it's not just a remaster, it is a total remake. Available September 25th, PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Stadia. DreamWorks Troll Hunters Defenders of Arcadia, September 25th, PS4, PC, Xbox One, and Switch. The Walking Dead Onslaught, September 29th, which is actually my birthday. PSVR, other VR headsets, and PC gaming. Baldur's Gate 3, September 30th, PC and Stadia. And there are a couple more releases that here to announce. Eri and the Street and the Secret Seasons, PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch, available now. I mentioned Crusader Kings, Elder Scrolls Online, Stonethorn DLC, PS4, Xbox One, available now. Hitman on the Stadia, Hitman 2 on the Stadia, available now. MX vs. ATV All Out on the Switch, available now. Cookout, A Sandwich Tale, PC and VR, available September 3rd. WRC 9, which is like a rally racing game. PS4, PC, Xbox One, available Thursday. Doraemon Story of Seasons, PS4, available September 4th. Avengers, I announced already. NBA 2K21, PC, PS4, Switch, Stadia, Xbox One, September 4th. Kingdom, I announced that already. Okino KA Madness, I probably pronounced that wrong. PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, September 8th. The Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon DLC, available September 9th. PC, PS4, Xbox One. Bounty Battle, September 10th. PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One. Redneck Ed Astro Monster Show PC game, September 10th. Inertial Drift PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, September 11th. BPM, bullets per minute, sounds like a shooter. PC exclusive, September 15th. Spelunky 2, PS4 exclusive, September 15th. Medieval Dynasty, PC exclusive, September 17th. Pacer, PS4, Xbox One, PC, September 17th. Earth Defense Force 5, September 18th. PS4 exclusive. WWE 2K Battlegrounds, PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and Stadia, September 18th. Hello Neighbor comes to the Google Stadia on September 20th. 13th Sentinel Aegis Rim, PS4, September 22nd. Unrailed, PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, September 23rd. Untitled Goose Game Co-op Update, no thank you, September 23rd. Going Under, PC, pretty much all platforms, September 24th. Little Big Workshop, Xbox One exclusive, September 24th. We're almost done with this list, Casey.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Tears of Avia, PC, Xbox One, September 24th. Ampersat, PC, exclusive, September 25th. Zangion, probably pronouncing that wrong. Nintendo Switch exclusive, September 25th. And that's it. Normally I wouldn't really go over a list like that, but I wanted to add something else to this podcast.
Well, I mean, it's a good idea. I'm just wondering how much longer is this Google Stadia is going to last. I mean, think about it, a lot of these. Remember when Steam machines was supposed to be the console killer?
Yeah, we saw how much that flopped.
Yeah, so I mean, this is pretty much the same thing.
Although I have to say, I do like the controller. I prefer the analog sticks on the same level of the controller, as opposed to one being on the top of the controller and one being on the bottom.
Yeah,
like the Xbox has it. Though I'm not knocking Xbox, I do like me some Xbox once in a while. What was going on, Casey? You asked me if I heard something. I didn't even hear a noise.
I played a video and then the audio just shot out, and I was like, oh, I was hoping that I didn't interrupt it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, so I don't think the stream caught it. TSS is TSS says, NBA 2K21 with the same microtransactions we all love.
Yeah.
That's pretty much any game these days.
Oh. I mean, the WWE 2K doesn't do that, but
I'm thinking they will with Battlegrounds because it's such a different game.
I don't know. I mean, to me, that's the one thing. Microtransactions should never got into our console gaming.
Man, I remember the days when unlocking, all the content was on the game on day one, and all of the hidden stuff that you didn't know was in the game, or that you knew was in the game, but you didn't know how to get it, had to be unlocked instead of fucking bought.
You know what? I'm okay with that, though. I mean, for, like, the WWE games, where I'm like, I don't want to spend forever to get all the characters and stuff. So I'll pay.
I mean, to me, that's all part of, the fun of playing the game. If you're going to buy your way through the game, what's the point of even playing it in the first place?
I just like playing, like, if I'm bored, I'll just, like, hey, I think this would be a nice match. But, I really hadn't played much of wrestling games. I mean, I bought this one, I think it was the Xbox One version, and, for the past year, and then before that I only got the WWE 2K18 for the Switch.
Oh, the one that ran like shit. And
Yeah,
then they never
but
brought another one to the Switch until now.
yeah. Well, the thing was, at least I'm like, it's not so horrible. I mean, it gradually got a little bit better. I mean, I can play that at least portably, but nowadays I'm like, I don't. Wrestling's just not as good as it is nowadays.
I'm interested in the AEW game when that ever comes out.
Oh, you know they're gonna do something. I mean, shit. Even TNA had a video game. No,
Yeah, and
well,
I thought it was better than most people thought it was.
eh, it was okay. It wasn't great. It was not good enough that. I mean, yeah, it got ported to a bunch of systems. Like I think it was on like the PS2, the PS3, 360, maybe on the Xbox, the Wii, and it pretty much just died after that.
I think it was on the PSP as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they had a second version. I think it was on mobile, no, not on mobile games, but on portable handheld games. I think it was like GBA or DS. I'm not sure, but to me, I'm like, but I mean, even ECW had a couple wrestling, some video games. So I'm like, to me, AEW with money behind them, I think they should be able to get video games.
Which, I hope, So, real quick, since you're talking about wrestling games, what was your favorite wrestling game growing up?
It was the, you know, I talk shit about Nintendo 64. I had fun with those wrestling games during that time frame. And the first one I ever played was WWF Warzone
Yeah,
on
I remember that one. I played it on PlayStation.
and I played it on 64. And it's kind of hard. I would say the WCW one, the best one was the WCW NWO Revenge. For
Yes.
that
Yes. Loved
that
it.
version, that version, and then I think I had to choose WWF WrestleMania 2000.
Over No Mercy, really.
Yeah,
No Mercy was the upgraded version of WrestleMania 2000.
yeah. I mean, I still like 2000 because I I like making my characters at the time. I would have WCW wrestlers, ECW wrestlers, and I would remember going on the internet and uh, print out a list of people, and it's like, all right, this is what you need to do to make the person look like them.
Yeah, they call that character recipes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have to agree with you, man. The Aki Corp developed wrestling games on the N64.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely some of the best wrestling games ever. I've had so many nights where it was like me, my brother, and our cousins. We played the shit out of WCW versus NWO World Tour. Then WCW NWO Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy. I mean, those games are the shit.
Oh
And
yeah.
honestly, like, I think the most fun we've had with a wrestling game after that was one of the older SmackDown games of the. I want to say it was. I want to say Here Comes the Pain. The first one Brock Lesnar was in.
Yeah. I like the SmackDown games, and then when they did, I had WWF Raw 1 and 2 for the Xbox. It was okay. And then and also for like God, I'm trying to think. On the GameCube, I have the WrestleMania 18 and 19. But I think when it got to, and I liked the first few versions of Raw versus SmackDown, but then it was just the same stuff they pump out every year.
Yeah, the typical yearly releases. They don't
Yeah,
look much different. Just as it's like basically what people joke about when they say you're basically paying for a $60 roster update.
pretty much, yeah. Exactly. I mean, that's what Madden does the same thing. All these other sports does the same thing. I mean, exactly like you said, you're paying a $60 roster update.
I
I
mean, pretty
mean,
much the only reason I buy the baseball MLB the show every year is because I
yeah.
love baseball. So you know what? I'm guilty as charged again. When it comes to the baseball games, uh,
Hmm.
I let my brother buy Madden. He buys it on the Xbox. So when he buys it, when he's at work, I play it. So
Yeah.
I get to play it and not have to pay for it. And
Well,
as far as any other yearly releases, like I don't play basketball or hockey, soccer. I don't play any of those games.
oh, you don't play FIFA?
No.
Oh, aren't you an anti-American? No, screw FIFA. Uh, to me, like, shoot, I didn't even bought Madden last time. Shit, since when I first had the PS4. Was a funny story. Uh, my wife, she had the. It was a year after I think the PS4 came out, and inside. It's right around a year when the PS4 got launched that we picked it up, and
2013.
yeah, oh, it'll be 2014 for us who picked it up,
Oh, okay.
and she had the Madden for the previous year on Xbox 360. I was like, yeah, you know what? I might be get a few bucks for the Madden, and
Sports
but
games, they tank in price real fast.
oh, oh yeah, but well, I went to go get, or even it was that same year. I was thinking it was the previous year, but it could have been the same year. But when we picked up the PS4, it was like, you know what? I brought the 360 version with me to try to knock off some price down, and came home with the new one, and she was upset. I'm like, why are you upset? We got the PS4 version now. And she's like, oh, because I was playing with a bunch of people I know on 360. Like, oops. I'm like, I thought I was doing you a favor. But she loved playing Madden online, and pretty much after that, I really hadn't bought Madden. To me, I mean, I lost a lot. I hadn't watched football religiously probably in 5 years now.
I mean, I watch football religiously, but like, if I miss a game, like,
Mm,
first of all, I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, so that just shows the lack of knowledge I have for football. They suck. They've sucked for as long as I can remember. They're not a team where I live that is shown on TV very often.
yeah.
So, if I can't watch the game, I just don't care because obviously my team is only on TV if I'm lucky at least 3 times a year. They're always on TV when they play the Jets 2 times a year because the Jets play New Jersey even though they're a New York team. Um, so I
Yeah,
get to see them play at least those games. And if I'm lucky, they'll get I don't know about now, but when the Patriots were good,
Yeah.
we'd get at least one of those on TV, or like one of those 4:25 games on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Whenever they played one of those games, teams like the Cowboys or the Broncos or somebody out there, one of those
Well,
teams that played later, we'd
you're
be on TV once in a while. We rarely get Thursday night football or Monday night football, so if I get to watch 3 or 4 games a year, I'm lucky.
well, you're in the Northeast. When I was in the Pennsylvania, I would get Cowboy games every once in a while, more often than most.
Well,
But
you at least you had a game guaranteed every year on fucking Thanksgiving.
yeah, true. But it's the Cowboys. They're gonna have, even if they have a sucky year, they're gonna be on TV somewhere, you know. But it was always the same teams: the Giants, the Jets. Or not so much the Jets. Actually, it'd be the Giants, Pittsburgh, the Eagles.
New England.
Well, because they're dynasty now. But it's just, and every once in a while, get to watch a Cowboys game, and then honestly, if I had not played fantasy football, I think my love of football would have died sooner, because it rekindled it for a while. But then I'm noticing I slowly just drifting away. I think it's because all the new rules, and yeah, I can understand they're trying to be safe, but
I
it's
mean,
just
they're taking the football out of football pretty much.
exactly.
Pretty soon, it's gonna be fucking 2-hand touch, fucking
Yeah.
flag football. We're gonna get it. But TSS says, "How dare you, Casey, call yourself a Cowboys fan and not watch every game?"
Well, I just kind of fell out of love with football. I tried to watch some, like try to get back into it, and I wouldn't even mind if some of the crew wants to get together and do fantasy football, but
Well, I know JB does one every year. I don't know how much of him you follow, or if you watch him at all.
I follow JB, but I'm sure it's probably hard to get into his league. But I'm just like, right now, it's just, I really don't follow a lot of sports, and honestly, I don't watch a lot of normal TV no more.
I don't blame you there. The only TV I watch is baseball. I watch baseball religiously. You can't tear me away from the TV during a Yankees game.
Yeah, apparently you're like, hey, I'll be there in 10 minutes, and 25 minutes later, finally, you come on.
Dude, if I have to miss a Yankees game, I downloaded the Fox Sports Go app on my phone. So if I'm not going to be home, they put the Yankees games on their app as well. So if I'm not home, I'm watching the game on a fucking... I'll go from a 55-inch TV to a 7-inch screen. I don't give a shit. If I don't watch my Yankees, I get pissed.
Well, you could buy one of those VR headsets with where you put the cell phone in to make it a little bit bigger, or at least look bigger to you.
TSS also makes a good point. He said that if everyone stopped buying these yearly sports games, like WWE, MLB, Madden, and all those other ones, he said if everybody just boycotted their games for a year, or maybe even 2 years, he said he guarantees that those companies would make drastic changes.
Oh, I agree, but the problem is, I mean, there's gonna be people that, there's even people who are not big time gamers, but they'll buy the systems just to play Madden and get the next Madden every year, or the baseball games, or wherever.
Put it
Like,
this way, I haven't paid full price for a WWE game in I don't know how long. I think the last one I bought at full price was 2K16, and that's because Stone Cold was on the cover.
I last one I paid full price was the Switch version, but when I heard how much the shit show for this year's was, I waited
I
until
didn't
it
even
was.
buy it. Normally, see, out here in New Jersey, I don't know about where you live, but out here in New Jersey, every year on Black Friday, Walmart puts the latest WWE game at half price for Black Friday. So
Yeah,
if I'm interested in playing, the current year's wrestling game, that's when
yeah.
I buy it. I never pay full price for wrestling games anymore.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, I've seen that down here
But
too.
put it this way, 2K20 was so bad, I didn't even buy that. I'm like, this game doesn't deserve a penny of my money.
Well, thing is, it's like you guys said. It's we really need, as a community, as the gamer community, voice our opinion, and we need to vote with our wallets to change some of this shit.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to eventually play 2K Battlegrounds at some point, because it's one of those, like, arcadey, over-the-top, fucking ridiculous kind of wrestling games.
Yeah,
And we haven't gotten one of those since 2012, 2011,
yeah.
with
Like
WWE All-Stars.
I
So,
did not.
it's been a while. I'm looking forward to actually playing this one a little bit.
I really didn't care for that, and I had another one on the Wii as well, and I eventually sold that to a person who I worked with. I was like, I let them try one out. I was like, oh, he didn't like this one. Let's try the other one. I was like, all right, I have no problem doing that. And I was like, it gotta be a little bit more realistic. To me, it's just if they look too cartoony, I can't do it.
I only like those because they're over the top, they're ridiculous. You know, it's not your traditional yearly release, which is, I guess you can consider it a breath of fresh air because it's something
Yeah,
different. But
it
other than
is.
that, I don't care. But I just want to play it for the fact that it's going to be different for the first time in 9 years.
What pissed me off, it was on that mini. That was one of those that was on that direct mini. I was like, really? You can promote this fucking game on
Especially
there?
when we've known about it since fucking June.
I'm like, you knew they were trying to scrape something up to have some kind of direct. When I saw that, I was like, why bother show us anything then? Wait until you actually have a bunch of announcements to to do. I can understand why there's a drought because of the virus. I mean, I understand that, and I'm not mad at the video game people.
At this rate, I'm just hoping the PS5 gets delayed until next year. To be honest, because
Oh,
they're already saying they're going to have limited release this year, and a
yeah.
lot of people that want it, they're going to get pretty pissed off when they can't get it.
Mm,
Have you heard stories when the PS3 came out? Like somebody, I think it was in Connecticut at a Walmart, stabbed the guy in line for his PS3.
it doesn't shock me, quite frankly. It's crazy. You said a PS3. There's my local game store in town, and they have console boxes. Every once in a while, I buy the boxes off them,
So you,
and
you like to collect everything video games. It sounds like.
yeah,
I actually met a guy in North Jersey named Mark when me and my brother did roadside assistance for a little while. We changed his tire, and he invited us into his house. He showed us his gaming room.
yeah.
I mean, it's not quite as big as yours, but he had a full working arcade machine. with Mortal Kombat 2 and stuff on it. He had game console boxes galore. He had games and glass. He had games behind glass. Those glass display cases that you'd put like really
Yeah,
expensive models or signed memorabilia and stuff.
yeah.
So I mean, it was pretty tight. It was pretty cool. But TSS over here says, and he makes a good point. He's saying people defending Madden keep saying, "Oh, just wait till next gen. It's going to be so much better." Which, I agree with him. I think all they're going to do is upscale the graphics, upscale the frame rate, make it run smoother. They're not going
A
to
little bit.
really. I don't think they're going to add anything new, especially with Madden this year, because they already said that if you buy the current version, when the next gen version comes out, with the console, you're going to get the upgrade for free. So they're not going to make any money if they add. They're not making more money, if they're going to add more content. So I agree with
Oh, I
that.
mean, but that's a plus, though. I mean, if you have the current systems right now, and you get the Madden, and then you get the new consoles, and it's just for compatibility.
Right, but
Uh,
what he's saying is people are claiming and swearing up and down that the next gen version is going to be so good when what he's predicting is all it's going to be is a graphics enhanced port and it's going to
exactly.
run smoother, and that's what I think because they're giving
Oh,
away the update for free to people.
mhm,
They're giving away the next gen version for free to people who already bought it now. So they're not. So the people that already bought it are probably the people that are already going to buy the game. I don't
mhm,
really see people buying it later on, unless it's for Christmas.
mhm.
But other than that, I don't. They're not going to add anything new because they're not going to make money off of it, off of the next gen
Oh,
version.
I wonder if people actually still order anything.
I do. Actually, I told you what I just pre-ordered.
Oh,
I pre-order once in a while. I don't do it a lot. I pre-order maybe
mhm.
three times a year, if that. Oh, hold on a second, Casey. I don't think I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now. I thought because I hit my wire for the headset, so I thought
Yeah.
the thing went out.
Well, oh gosh, I must be getting tired. I can't even remember what we were talking about.
You said something about I wonder if people pre-order anymore. I'm like, yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah,
I just told you that I pre-ordered the Tony Hawk, and I'm waiting for it to come.
yeah. Now, oh gosh, I don't remember the last thing I actually pre-ordered. I know I pre-ordered some Wii U games back in the day. I might have pre-ordered Mario Odyssey, but after that, I really don't remember picking up anything pre-owned, no pre-order. But I don't see no use anymore. I mean, especially, I mean, when they release these games, they're pumping them out pretty often. There's more places than uh, there are. I mean, even though GameStop looks like they're about to die,
I only really pre-order collector's editions these days. Other than
I think
that, I either put it on my GameFly list or I get it for Christmas. That's the way I see it.
you know what sucks is that Redbox stopped doing
I got so pissed off at Redbox for that. They have
when
not gotten a penny of my business ever since.
when they stopped doing the gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like they started releasing Switch versions, and then I was like, what the fuck? They stopped, and I'm the same boat too. But I'm like, every once in a while, I would buy a DVD or a Blu-ray from them. But then, Ever since the pandemic started, it's like, screw that. I ain't touching anything.
Yeah, you don't know where it's been, and they probably don't
Yeah.
disinfect shit either.
No, I was like, screw that. I'm like, well, I'd take a chance. But, yeah,
Well,
I mean, I really don't pre-order shit no more.
yeah, like I said, I do pretty much collector's editions, and that's basically it. Um, unless it's a game that I really, 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 really want.
Mm.
But other than that, yeah, I just stick to collector's editions because those are obviously hard to get.
Oh, I suggest anyone, if you're gonna buy games, get them at Walmart because usually they're cheaper at Walmart.
That depends on what game you're looking for.
Well, usually, like right now, that Paper Mario game is, I think it's $50 instead of 60.
I mean, yeah, it's true. I've gotten some games cheaper at Walmart than GameStop or anywhere else. So anyway, let's wrap up this podcast, Casey. Let's roll through this top 50 most popular video game characters of all time real quick.
I might suggest we cut it in half
Do
because,
half. Okay, so do like the last time, half now, half later.
yeah, because I'm getting sleepy.
All right, so we'll do 50 through 26.
All right.
So there's not much to say about this list, so we're just gonna run through it. This list doesn't say what game the characters are actually from for the most part, so forgive me if I get a few of these wrong. Number 50 is Commander Shepard from the Mass Effect games.
I never really played the Mass Effect games.
I played the first one. I got bored of it. I fell asleep playing it. If I fall asleep playing a video game, you know it sucks. Uh, I guess it is not a terrible way to start off this list, but number 49 is Ezio from the Assassin's Creed games. He was also a guest character in Soul Calibur 5.
That's one of those games that needs to stop pumping out every year as well.
Well, actually, they've been coming out every 2 years now. Ubisoft kind of let up on that a little bit.
Yeah, but I think they really need to let up a little bit more. Make it every 3 years.
Number 48 is Earthworm Jim.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember. I probably played a little bit of the SNES version. Fucking fly, get out of here. Not a game I remember playing all the way through.
Oh, I didn't finish them, but I enjoyed it. I played them on the Sega Genesis 1 and 2. But did you hear that with this new
I heard Earthworm Jim is coming back, right?
yeah, but I think it's exclusive for the Intellivision Amico.
Oh yeah, that new one that they're coming out with.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're coming back. I mean, holy shit.
It doesn't shock me. I'm shocked they didn't do it sooner.
Number 47 is Pit from Kid Icarus.
I like the first Kid Icarus game. I mean, I hear a lot of people like the 3DS version.
I think people. I mean, there's only 2 Kid Icarus games to begin with, and you just mentioned both of them.
True, good point. I wasn't 100% sure.
Number 46 is from the Elder Scrolls Morrowind, Fargoth. I don't know shit about the Elder Scrolls. I don't care for those games. So. Number 45 is McCree from Red Dead Redemption. I think it's the second one. Doesn't say here. It's a game I like watching somebody else play, but it's not a game I care to play myself. So I don't know much about the character. Other than he reminds me of Aaron Black from Mortal Kombat. Number 44 is Jonathan Irons from Call of Duty. Call of Duty, don't play it. I've actually played my first Call of Duty game this year, actually, with Warzone.
The Kevin Spacey character, I'm shocked they don't. I'm wondering if they're happy about that decision now.
Well, this list actually was just made on August 13th of this year, so this was way after the Kevin Spacey stuff came out. Number 43, Handsome Jack. I love Borderlands. He's probably one of the funniest characters in the game, to be honest. He's playable in Borderlands, the pre-sequel, which, in my opinion, is the worst game in the series. But I still like the character for his witty one-liners and how he taunts the player all throughout Borderlands 2 and stuff like that. Pretty good shit. If you like loot shooters, I would say Borderlands is the best loot shooter out there, to be honest.
Oh.
Number 42 is Rayman, of course, from the Rayman games.
Yeah. I really like the recent one with the supposedly the Wii U exclusive, but honestly it got released to everything.
Yeah, I think it was free for the last one, Rayman Legends, I believe.
Yeah.
It was on PS Plus last year, I believe. Because I have it in my library.
It's a good game. I highly suggest it.
Look how ridiculous this picture looks, though. You see his shadow, but his legs and his fucking arms and his neck is missing.
Yeah. He does. He has shadows, but the shadows that also matches him. It's not like everything connected, So.
Number 41. I don't agree with this. I think this character should be higher up on the list. Number 41 is Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong. Did you know that he's not DK Jr.?
No, DK Jr. is our Donkey Kong now.
Exactly.
Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong.
Exactly. I didn't know if you knew that.
Diddy Kong, I prefer playing as him in the original DKC because obviously he moves faster, he can jump. He's the better of the two when it comes to jumping and maneuvering. But he takes a back seat for me in DKC 2 because Dixie is just awesome with that hair twirl she's got. Makes platforming so much easier.
I'm glad Donkey Kong Country finally got onto the Switch version.
Now they just need to release the other two, and I'll be happy.
They need to release a lot of shit. I'm hoping Earthbound comes.
Isn't Earthbound already on there?
No.
Oh, I thought it was. Number 40.
It's on the Wii U.
It's on the SNES Mini. I knew that much.
Yeah.
Number 40 is Urdnot Rex. I believe also from the Mass Effect series. Number 39 is Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden. Also in the Dead or Alive series. Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden are from actually the same universe.
I like the Ninja Gaidens on the NES, but after that,
You never played the ones on the PS3 and 360, the Ninja Gaiden Sigma games? Those games were so good.
Was it? No, I never played them.
Those were fucking awesome. I loved them. Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge was a free title for Games with Gold a couple of years back, and I grabbed that one. That was the last Ninja Gaiden I played. But yeah, Hayabusa is also in Dead or Alive. And like I said, those two games are in the same universe. I tried the original Ninja Gaiden. Too fucking hard.
Oh yeah, they are too hard. I see the next one poking out, and
Spyro the Dragon, baby. I love me some dragons. Number 38, Spyro the Dragon. I'll be honest, I never really got into the Spyro series when I was a kid. But I played them. I played Spyro a lot more when the Reignited trilogy came out last year.
Yeah.
I actually do have it. I have the Spyro the Dragon Funko Pop. I like it. It comes with the little Sparks, little pixie that's usually with them. So that's pretty cool.
Here, I'm gonna piss you off. I got the Switch version, and I played it, and it's like, I don't understand it. I don't see why it's fun.
I mean, if you like collectathon games, it's kind of like one of those.
I do, but to me, it's like, it's not like Banjo Kazooie or some of these other games. To me, I feel like it's not collecting enough. So I got bored and I stopped playing.
I mean, I can see that. I guess, it's just not a game for everyone, I suppose. Number 37, Nathan Drake. Gotta love Uncharted, man. Those games are fantastic.
Yeah, I need to try them out.
I would obviously play them all in order because there is a story throughout them all. Although I was kind of disappointed with the last one. Uncharted, what is it called? Lost Odyssey, I think it was called. That one was like only half as long as all of the other ones that came before it. And I played it and I beat it in like 4 hours. I'm like, wow, this game was short. But Nathan Drake, I love the Uncharted games. They're fun as hell.
How long is the game?
Generally, there's like 20 chapters to each Uncharted game. Like Uncharted 2, I think had 23 chapters. Uncharted 4, like 21. And Uncharted Lost Odyssey, I believe that was the title for the latest one. I think that one only had like 9.
So it has less than half.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And it only took me like 4 hours to beat it. And I'm like, wow, that was really short.
Yeah, and it was a full price game too, I assume.
Yes, it was. Yep, exactly.
I'd be pissed.
I mean, I got that one from Redbox, so I was kind of happy I only spent $3.25 on it. Otherwise, I would have been mad.
But that's renting it.
Yeah, I never bought it. That's how short it was. I rented it for a day.
Yeah.
And I beat it in one sitting.
Oh, God.
The Deckard Cain, number 36. It doesn't say what game he's from. I don't recognize the character, honestly, at all.
Me neither.
So I can't even say what game he's from. If I had to guess, it would probably be one of the Elder Scrolls games, it looks like.
Yeah, he looks like a wizard.
Number 35, I'm sorry. Gordon Freeman. I believe he was...
the Half-Life guy.
Oh, that's right. Yep, you're right. The symbol's right in front of me. Holy shit. That just goes to show how much I've played a Half-Life, which is like none.
I hadn't played a lot of Half-Life. I just recognized it.
34, GLaDOS from Portal.
I enjoyed Portal, especially Portal 2. There's a game that's on the PS4 and also on the Switch. Excuse me, that's kind of like Portal, but you can do the demo, and it's like something gun. You shoot at the walls, and you're trying to send this spike ball or balls to a certain area, and it's a real good game. I need to find... It's something gun. I think it's like Turbo Gun or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But it's on the eShop on the Switch. I suggest at least play the demo.
Wait, look into that. 33, Samus Aran.
Who's that?
From Metroid.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
I prefer her Zero Suit self, to be honest.
Ooh, good God.
Yeah, I think her chest is a little exaggerated in this picture.
Yeah, I see that, but like, look how big her chest is, and you go into her suit. I mean, they must compress those things in her suit.
She was actually the very first female video game character, outside of Princess Peach.
And
Playable, and Zelda, you're right.
oh, oh no, Zelda wasn't playable, but
Yeah, Peach
but
was. I don't know if Metroid, the first Metroid, came before
yeah.
Fake Mario 2, as I call it.
Hey, if we're gonna get technical, unless when Miss Pac-Man was a female.
Yeah, that even dates even further back. Um, did you know in the very first Metroid game there's a cheat code you could put in the game called Justin Bailey?
Yeah, her. No, I hold on. No, I don't know if it's actually that. I think it's a no. Isn't it like It's actually one of these YouTuber names. It's a guy from GameSack. His name does it, I believe.
I think there was a few names that trigger the cheat, but
Yeah,
the most well known one is Justin Bailey.
no shit.
Yeah, when I saw that for the first time, I'm like, JB, you're a cheat code in a fucking video game from over 30 years ago. Speaking
Oh,
of Zelda, number 32, Princess Zelda.
yeah. I
I think she
mean,
should be higher up on this list too, given
oh,
how big the Zelda franchise is.
well, that's the thing. It's when you're playing the Zelda games, you're not really playing as Zelda. You're playing as Link.
For the
She's
most part.
she's not really a big character. Quite, and I mean, sh I would say in the last, only really in Breath of the Wild, she's more a character because when you do the memories and stuff, but you don't ever play as her except in Hyrule Warriors, and that's it.
Well, I mean, don't you play as her alter ego Sheik in like a couple of Zelda games? Doesn't she dress up as like other characters in disguise, and you like control them for a little bit in a couple other Zelda games?
I'm not 100% sure. I think,
I mean, I
but
know she's playable in Smash Bros. Too, so
yeah,
both of her versions, Sheik and as Zelda.
I mean, I kind of lost when between the times of, well, before Breath of the Wild. I didn't really play the couple of the Wii games, and actually, between this, honestly, for the big section of Zeldas, I really not played that often.
I mean, I'm not really a Zelda fan. I think I told you this before. That I've only played like bits and pieces of a few of the games.
Yeah.
Like the original two on NES. I
Mm,
played a little bit of Link to the Past on Super Nintendo, and that's pretty much. And I played Hyrule Warriors. So that's like the extent of my Zelda knowledge.
I'm in the same boat, but I mean, the Breath of the Wild's the first game I ever beaten completely. Not completely, but beaten it.
And TSS, yes, I was referring to the spin-off, Uncharted spin-off, the one that came out after A Thief's End, um, which is the one that had, I believe, Drake's daughter in it. I believe that was the one. I never considered it a spin-off. I thought it was just a continuation. But number 31, Agent 47 from the Hitman series.
Uh,
Another game I tried to get into and just couldn't. I don't, I think I told you before, I don't care much for stealth games.
I'm in the same boat. I mean,
I mean, if I'm playing a game, I don't want to be waiting around and have to sneak around. I want to be causing fucking mayhem. I want to
exactly.
play a video game.
Like when I'm playing Spider-Man on the PS4, and when you get to the Mary Jane
and
spot,
and wasn't Miles Morales was the black kid,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and
Yeah, he's the
that,
one that's getting the new game. Yeah, he
yeah,
had some of those stealthy missions as well.
and I hated that shit.
That's why I'm hoping the next game isn't going to be all that. Because if
Oh,
it is,
I
I'm going to hate it.
I bet it's be more like the previous one, you know.
Because
But
it shows Miles Morales in the Spider Man suit, so I'm hoping he's just going to be the next Spider Man.
yeah, I believe so.
Number 30 is Sam Fisher from, the very famous Tom Clancy Splinter Cell series. Another stealth game series.
Thing is that during that time that was the same thing like during the PS1 and the PS2 era. They were just knocking those games out. And honestly, I was playing these Bond games like Nightfire and all of those during that time because I enjoyed those over this.
Right. I never played Splinter Cell, but I've seen bits and pieces of them from watching, game shows on TV, like on G4 and stuff like that. Um, the next one is Jack of Blades. Again, this is another character I don't know what series he's from.
Me neither.
It doesn't say here either. At least what can I see? Number 28, Sonic the Hedgehog. I think he should be in my personal top 10 at least.
Sonic the Who?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Never heard of it. Oh, I do have some of his games though. I'm shocked that he's not even that much higher, but I guess he should. Honestly, if you ask me, he should be in the top 10.
Exactly, considering that the fact that he was beating out Mario for a while in the 90s.
Oh yeah, well the thing was when the Genesis came out, came out in '89, and it had a 2 year head start over the Super Nintendo. So obviously they had some a head start, and they eventually they put Sonic 1. So yeah, I always liked this, especially the early Sonic games. But like
I am honestly really interested to see where they go with Sonic next year for his 30th anniversary.
probably nothing.
I think they're gonna release another big game. To be honest, I just hope
Yes,
it's good.
it's probably someone has to make it. Like Sonic Mania is it's not really made from Sega. It's some other dude Sega plastered their name on it.
Well, he was hired by Sega, so I know he's not originally from Sonic Team, but he
Yeah.
was hired by Sega. He's an official employee now, so
Look what Sega really did. After they announced Sonic Mania, no, which one did they announce first? Sonic Project.
they announced Mania and Sonic Forces at the same time.
Yeah, and some people thought Sonic Mania was a joke, as like it wasn't real. And I was like, oh, it's not coming out for the Switch. And eventually, but they'll say Sonic Forces for the Switch. I'm like, why are we not getting the Mania? But eventually, obviously, we did. But Sonic Forces wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't.
So, it's another turd from Sega.
I'm hoping the next game is going to be like Sonic Mania 2 or something, because that'd be awesome.
I agree.
Or maybe we'll get a new Sonic game. People are really still hoping for Sonic Adventure 3. But I think if it hasn't happened yet, I don't think it's going to.
You know what? When we had Shamu 3,
That
after how
that that came out of nowhere. I will agree there.
so, like how long it was separated, it was from
From the
the
original
last.
Dreamcast era, so it was about 17 years.
Yeah, I mean the last one. Well, actually, you gotta remember, Shamu 2 was also on the Xbox.
Was it? I thought it was only in the Dreamcast.
No, they were on the Dreamcast, but it was also the second one was also on the original Xbox.
Oh. So yeah,
So
so it's been about 16 years, 16, 17 years.
yeah, so like it's not impossible, but I mean, shoot, let's think about it. Look what just happened. If we compare it to movies, I mean, we just had a Bill and Ted movie that we've been waiting since over 30 years.
I haven't seen anybody saying that it wasn't all that great though. Like I
Oh,
think
enjoy.
I think Joe said it wasn't better than the first one or wasn't
Well,
better than the second one or something like that, but he said it wasn't bad either.
I enjoyed it. I think it's great. I think it's a great addition and closure to the story. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. And I watched it with my girlfriend, and she enjoyed it as well.
I'm happy to say movie theaters in New Jersey are finally reopening this Friday.
Well, I just watched it on YouTube.
Number 27 is Donkey Kong, our Donkey Kong, DK Jr.
One, he's in one of those again. He should be in the top 10, not in the higher 20s.
I would say top 20 at least. I mean, he's
Maybe.
definitely not as big as like Mario, Sonic, Link, Zelda, which we haven't seen Link yet on this list.
Well, he's got to be down there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he should be at least top 20. Sonic should be top 10 because he dethroned Nintendo for a little while, and like nobody else did. Nobody else did that until PlayStation came along.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Donkey Kong. The DKC games are pretty good. I did play actually a lot of the original Donkey Kong games back in the day. I actually had Donkey Kong Jr. on the NES, and I had Donkey Kong 3, which was the one with Stanley the Bugman.
Yeah,
I didn't care as much. I didn't care as much for that one, but I still had it. I still played it.
Yeah, I like the Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. We
Yeah,
need another one. By
I'm
the way,
hoping we get another one. Yeah, I hope we do sometime soon.
yeah, because that's an old game too.
2013 that one came out, right? And then it came out on the Switch in 2018.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a 7-year game. Oh, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it came out 2013. It came out early of its life.
It's either 2013 or 2014. I don't feel like looking
Yeah.
it up. But now this one's weird because number 26 is Banjo,
Just Banjo.
but Kazooie is there too, and they didn't partner the two together.
Yeah, they're like, and later on, 25 is Kazooie.
So we're just covered half the list. Do you want to still split it up, or do you want to just keep on going?
Yeah, let's split it up because I'm getting pretty tired.
All right, so I'll bookmark this for next time. Hopefully, we don't take another 4 weeks to do another podcast.
Oh no, I'm sure we'll do. It's just like you said. Really, nothing big time has been happened. I mean, nothing's being told about Xbox. I mean, We don't know.
We have a release window for the Xbox now, but not a concrete date. They did say it's going to come out in November. That's all they said.
Yeah, but that's it. We don't have a date. We don't have a pricing.
PlayStation didn't even give us that, though. We don't know when the PS5 is coming out. We at least have a ballpark window of when the Xbox is coming out now.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we might. You know what? I wouldn't even pick them up. I'd probably pick them up. Like, I have to choose which one's going to be good.
I mean, this is not just my personal bias, but I think the PS5 is going to be better at launch, at least, because it's going to have a better lineup of games. In my opinion, it's going to have the new Ratchet and Clank, which looks really cool. It's going to have Call of Duty Black Ops, because that one's coming out on the PS4. And so you know they're going to have a PS5 version ready for launch. You're going to have the new Spider-Man game. You got Godfall, which looks fucking amazing. And a couple other titles. So, what does the Xbox have that's really interesting as an exclusive title? Nothing, in my opinion. Like, people were making memes after the last Xbox showcase in July when they showed off Tetris Effect Connected. People were saying, like, wow, like, all this new hardware to play Tetris, and people were laughing and all this other shit. And then Halo got delayed until next year. So
that's supposed to be a launch game?
Yes, it was, and that was going to be the system seller. And then it got delayed. So Xbox literally does not have a big game to sell their system when it comes out right away.
Well, what they really need to do is just, I mean, how hard is them to have Xbox One backward compatibility and have all the 360 games that they already have backward compatibility to that, and then the same thing as well for the original Xbox.
Well, yeah, they're going to have that at launch, but, you know, I don't think anyone's going to go out and spend $500, $600, whatever it's going to be, just to play backwards compatible games. And these other games that are coming out on the Xbox One, on the Xbox Series X or whatever, I don't see them as system sellers. Whereas, you know, the PS5 has Spider-Man, it has Godfall, the new Ratchet and Clank. People still like those games. You know, on the PlayStation you have a couple options. I just don't see it on the Xbox side right now.
I just think, like, I'll probably wait to see what's best, and when my tax return money comes in, I'll probably maybe get one of them.
But that was your list, guys. The first half of it, anyways, 50 to 26. We will do the rest of the list next time. We do a podcast. Hopefully, it won't be 4 weeks from now, as I said. Actually, 4 weeks from now, I'll be helping my dad move in to his new place. He's moving back to Pennsylvania, so.
Yeah, I mean, just holler at me. Oh, we'll try to get together. I just figured, like, we've been talking about it, especially a good week.
Like, motherfucker, you called me a slacker on fucking Friday. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I'm like, motherfucker, I messaged you 2 days ago. You didn't answer me. Then you said on Friday night, how about tomorrow night, which was Saturday. Didn't hear from you again. I'm like, that motherfucker.
Yeah. Oops.
Even TSS said it. He's like, okay, guys. He goes, see you guys in 4 weeks.
No.
Right, 4 weeks from exactly 4 weeks today is my birthday. Me and Jake DeMarco have the same birthday, so I can't wait. You know, for my birthday, I'll be 31, and yeah, I mean, I'm getting older. Birthdays to me are just another day, but
exactly. I mean,
Maybe if you're around, we could do a birthday edition of this podcast.
yeah, we
But
definitely.
hopefully, we do one before that.
I agree. I mean, hopefully there'll be something new. I mean, I'm trying to keep my eyes for something out, but like you said, there's not really a lot of news. I mean, uh, we might have to expand and just have talk about just about video games sometimes, you know?
Yeah, we could always just shoot the shit about, like we started tonight, just to pad things out. Like, how's it been
Yeah,
going with you? How's your new job? Stuff like that, and then we
yeah,
go into it. Even Drew, derailed. They don't, he doesn't just do current events. We do Cards Against Humanity. We shoot the shit. Alex
yeah,
picks on all of us. And Drew has the post show he does, which.
yeah.
So hopefully we have more news in a couple of weeks. I think next week we'll have a little bit of news because of the Ubisoft Forward showcase, which is next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting closer to the end of the year. Some of the biggest releases are still to come. So
Yeah, hopefully there'll be some more games announced. Especially,
actually, one more thing I actually forgot about. I didn't really want to mention it because we don't have any information. People were asking about Streets of Rage 4 DLC.
yeah.
There is DLC for that game coming. We just don't know when, and that's the bottom line on that.
Well, I'm starting actually thinking there's a rumor of one last thing I could talk about is that have you been hearing about there possibly being either a sequel to the Switch coming out soon or a pro version?
I think it's more of a pro version. Review Tech USA doesn't seem to think that, but to me it sounds like a Switch Pro because it's going to be an upgraded Switch. It's going to have the better Tegra chip in it. It's going to have an 8-core processor it's supposed to be multi-threaded from what I understand.
Yeah.
And it's supposedly going to come out sometime next year. I think they should wait until 2022, but that's my personal opinion. I haven't heard of this.
I think...
And if it is going to be a new Switch, what are they going to call it? Nintendo Switch 2?
Or the Super Switch.
The Super Switch, yeah, maybe.
All I
know is I can't see them going back to a standalone console after the success they had with the Switch. If they do, they're going backwards, and I can tell you it's going to not do as well.
Oh, I agree. I mean, because I never really play my Switch on TV no more. It's always in portable.
Yeah, I would play mine in handheld mode more if the fucking Joy-Cons weren't so skinny. It cramps my hands sometimes.
Well, you need to get... I swear at Target or Walmart, they sell these grips. There's one that sells... has the grip and the case. I have that one.
Yeah, I might pick one of those up.
Because I never play my Switch without that thing on, because I cannot do it without it, because my hands would get cramped up.
TSS says, what if they call the new Switch Switches?
Switches.
You know what they should do, and I was thinking about this the other day. If they make a new Switch, I know they kind of killed the 3DS silently, but they should make a Switch. If they make the new one, they should make it compatible with 3DS games and DS games as well. Because they can easily put another game port on it.
Yeah, or just make it a little bit bigger, because they're a little bit bigger.
I know the DS games, a lot of them use up 2 screens.
Yeah.
But, some games that do have 2 screens don't necessarily need both screens.
Yeah.
So, maybe it wouldn't work with every DS and 3DS game, but I think that would be something maybe Nintendo should think about because
You know,
I missed out on a lot of 3DS games.
I know. You know, honestly, I don't see it happening.
I don't either, but I'm saying maybe it's something they could think about, maybe figuring out how they could make it work.
Um,
Um,
if they did it, they should have done it with the did it already with the Switch.
I mean, maybe, maybe not, because when the Switch came out, they didn't, they were still supporting the 3DS, whereas now the
Yeah,
3DS is basically dead.
pretty much. I mean, there wasn't
Because
any
there
new.
was a lot of 3DS games I wanted to do Let's Plays and stuff on, and I
Mhm.
couldn't do it because I didn't have a modded 3DS, and I wasn't going to pay $400 for one.
Ah. Well, and the other thing is, I mean, what's the last one that released? The only one I remember is Metroid. Was it Return? It's
Samus Returns. That was the
yes,
remake.
Samus
I think that was the remake of Metroid 2,
Two. Yeah,
which is
and
probably the reason that probably the reason why Nintendo went after that fan remake of Metroid 2 because Nintendo already had one and they just weren't ready to release it yet, and the fans got tired of waiting for one, so they went out and did it themselves, and then Nintendo caught wind and killed it like immediately.
see, I picked up Hey Pikmin because, like I said, I've been in the Pikmin series right now, and I was like, you know what? And honestly, I after it got released, I started not seeing it anywhere. Every once in a while, I see it somewhere like at a Walmart every once in a while. But usually, if I'm trying to look for it, I can't find it, and I eventually got a decent deal. And I think that game's going to go rare because how hard it to find that game. So
Well, yeah, I think we're reaching the end of this rope there, Casey. We're a little over almost 2 hours and 20 minutes in. I think we should just call. I think we should call it a night right here.
I agree.
Hopefully, we could do a podcast maybe next week.
Yeah, we can do
If
that.
not the week after. And
Yeah.
just let me know when you're available. I'm always available for the most part. So,
You know what we should probably do is just set a day.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind doing that. Any day of the week pretty much works for me.
Yeah. Because unless I'll say, hey, I'm too tired or something came up, but I think a lot of times if I'm wondering what's the best time to get with you,
I mean, pretty
and
much, I'm available pretty much all the time unless it's like thunderstorming, like
yeah,
it's gonna happen here tomorrow and Thursday. Because I told you how my house got struck by lightning 2 years ago and
yeah,
fucking destroyed my computer and my internet box and my cable box and my brother's
good God.
Xbox. And I don't have the money to replace stuff if that happens again. So,
Well, you know how rare that's going to happen again?
I mean, yeah, it's rare. I just don't want to take that chance because if it does
Yeah.
happen again, I'm fucked.
Well, you know what? I think this is a perfect day. I mean, no one's really doing anything on Tuesday.
uh, yeah. I mean, I guess we could make it Tuesdays. I mean, sometimes I'm doing something on a Tuesday night. Like again, my birthday's in 4 weeks on a Tuesday night,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Well, I mean, we could try to do it for Tuesdays, although, for gaming news, it's early in the week, so there might not be that much news.
Yeah, I probably should start not being a slacker and
I was thinking maybe Wednesday, because that's like right in the middle of the week.
yeah. Well, the only reason I say maybe Tuesday is because Wednesday I know a lot of times like Ken's on and I kind of want
AEW's on, NXT
yeah
is on.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess we could always shoot for Tuesday, I guess. We can give it a shot.
We
Like,
can work around it. We can figure it out, but I would definitely try. Like you said, I want to try to get back on the schedule with you.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I always have fun talking to you about games.
if you want to make it Tuesday, we could shoot for every Tuesday. We'll see how it goes. If you're available
Okay.
next week, and we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good.
All right, guys. Well, this is the end of episode 45 of the Game Corner podcast. I am the Rose for Casey is Raw, and to you guys in the chat, thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. My name is the Rose, and we'll catch your ass down the road.